Hello again, and if you've been following this video series, you know that we established at the very beginning that there's a vast difference between accountability and responsibility. We are responsible for things, however, we are accountable to people. And this video, which is the third of five, all based on Sam Silverstein's book, No More Excuses, this is the third accountability, and it will actually talk about, shall we say, responsibility, and actually how we are accountable as to how we respond. My name is David Norris. I'm a leadership development coach and have been in leadership for well over 40 years. And those of you that know me know that have heard me say many times that the problem is never the problem. The problem is in your thinking about the problem. And this is also why I'm creating this series of videos based on Sam's book, No More Excuses. This is the third accountability, managing the process. And Sam says managing the process is that you are accountable for creatively pursuing your strategic intent, even when it hits an obstacle. Managing the process, you're accountable for creatively pursuing your strategic intent, even when you hit an obstacle. And if you don't know what strategic intent is, go back to the first video where we talk about that. But this is managing the process. This goes more than what we would normally call processes or procedures. This is managing the process, which means that when our strategic intent hits an obstacle and we still move forward. You talk about creatively pursuing our strategic intent. This is when we hit an obstacle. And an obstacle isn't a stop sign. This is taking creative action. This is to improvise and adapt and overcome and continuing to move forward. More importantly, it's in our thinking is that knowing how we're going to react, or actually knowing how we're going to respond to change, which is way beyond we tried. This is staying in accountability regardless of conditions, situations, and circumstances. And I love what Sam says about staying in accountability here. He says that you defiantly adjust to the situation. Defiantly adjust to the situation. That's a powerful viewpoint and on staying in accountability, whereas most people will just absolutely just abdicate and collapse to the condition, collapse to the circumstance. In other words, they would succumb to the gravitational pull back to the familiar. So anyway, I love what Sam also says about managing the process, and that's besides knowing how you're going to react to change, and that is by examining your near misses. Now, the concept of dodging a bullet, the shipment of product going, a defective product going out, averting a public relations disaster. It could be any number of things, but examining the near misses when something's going on in your company or even in your personal life, and always identify that. What this really means is that you're always identifying opportunities to manage the process. So I love that part right there. The third accountability, manage the process. You are accountable for creatively pursuing your strategic intent, even when it hit an obstacle. And that means being accountable to yourself and to your team and to your organization and to your family for how you will respond or react to change. This is David Norris. I'll see you on the fourth one, which is about setting the right expectations. And as always, live today well.